Let's go, let's go, let's go. You are officially in the Michigan Man Cave. Welcome to the Man Cave, your place for any and all things Michigan football. Yes, it's your boys with the Michigan Man Cave podcast. We're not doing the iTunes thing no more. We heard from enough people saying, "Yo, we don't even really know what y'all look like." We say, "You know what? Bump it. Straight to YouTube we go." We're excited,
live and
man.
direct.
Yeah,
ready now.
Live and direct from the booth. So, fellas, here we are again. Here we are again. We're back at it. I don't even know where to start with this year. I think the best thing about this year, as compared to the last however many years I can think of, man, is I don't have low expectations, but I don't have high expectations. I just have no expectations.
Big facts.
Yeah, I ain't gonna. Fool me, can't fool me again.
Even kill. We just straight even kill on every level. Again, gonna see where we headed.
Swear, man. So I'm overly excited. One, that it's football season in general. Two, at Michigan football. You know, obviously that's where we, go the hardest for. So that's just my general outlook on the season. Keen, I mean, give me a little something. Just how you feeling right now, man? We coming live on YouTube. You know, we giving the people what they want. Got the big house behind you, man.
They can see me now. Oh God, I know, but nah. I mean, I don't want to be pessimistic, so I'm gonna try to remain optimistic about the upcoming future. You know what I'm saying? I see faces. Now I can see reactions. Now I can see people's reactions and shit. So I'm trying to stay optimistic about the future. You know what I'm saying? We just named our starter at QB, so that's one of the biggest things heading into the game next week. This week. I'm sorry. Optimistic is the word for me right now. We're gonna see versus Western Michigan, and then come back to me next week. You know what I'm saying? That's the best answer I can give right now, because all this offseason news and all this don't mean shit until we step onto that field, that 50-yard line behind you. You know what I'm saying? So let's go ahead and get started off right. You know what I mean? Like, there's been a lot of talk of movement. We got new coaches, all this boom, boom, boom. But I want to see this production on the field. That's it. That's Michigan football. We come to win. You know what I'm saying? We don't come to expect what we had last year, especially now. You know what I mean? So,
B, talk to me, dog.
Oh man, it's same stuff, different toilet over here. I'm Mr. Pessimistic, but I'm gonna go at a different angle this year. We got a lot of different pieces, a lot of new pieces. We got a mix of Michigan men in the building, bringing Mike Hart over as the running backs coach. You see, I got the locker room behind me because they call me the locker room guy. You know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna be getting a feel of what's going on in the locker room, sharing my experiences with it. But I mean, man, last year, even though it was a shortened season, we were 2-4. There ain't no way to go but up. If we go lower than that, then blow the whole thing up. Let's get new coaches, everything in here. So optimistic, like to piggyback off King's point, we got a heading now with McNamara being named the starting QB. So at least now he didn't wait till like Friday or Saturday, you know what I'm saying, to announce that like he usually do. Yeah. So I mean, goes the bold that like he's trying to do some things different. And then basically all I got is we got to give him his shot. I mean, you want to prove it deal this year, and you got to show what you're doing.
Hey, so look, I mean, I just feel like Groundhog's Day. Your boy Harbs is back. It's the same old two-step. I'm just like,
what you gonna do?
Yeah, dude. I'm just like, what is this dude about to do, man? So I mean, I think by the end of last season, we all kind of checked out on him, but he back, man. He's here. He ain't getting fired, at least not this year. So
every year he stays, it gets cheaper to fire him. So I mean, you basically got to do your thing.
Right. He's on a prove it deal right now. So I'm still waiting what Bowie always said. He's supposed to be the quarterback whisperer, but what you thinking, B, about that piece of it, him and the quarterbacks?
I mean, I'm optimistic just because McNamara started his his collegiate career at Michigan. So the only system he's been in is ours. You know what I'm saying? The past couple of years, we've always had a transfer quarterback that's coming in, trying to learn our system, and then he ends up somehow being the starter. I ain't gonna mention no names, you know what I'm saying? Because respect to all the Michigan quarterbacks that came through, but you kind of not setting your players up.
Hell no. Hell no.
I told you I'm trying to turn over a new leaf and shit.
Man, this dude already put a hollow tip in John O'Corn.
Hold on. Where's Shea play at? Is he in the Canadian League? What the fuck he doing now? I seen him at Walmart. He's bagging my shit up. You know what I'm saying?
And with Delonte West.
He was throwing cans in the bag with some velocity.
Yeah.
But hey, man, I ain't gonna start the season off ragging on nobody. But what I'm saying is like this guy, he played a couple games last year, and I kind of dismissed last year, man. That ain't a big enough sample size to give nobody a fair shake. So, I mean, at least he's starting off clean, no expectations. So, hey, do your thing, bro. You got the helm. And now he's named him the starting QB early, so he could have that confidence. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm the man. They behind me. They believe in me. And we gonna move forward from there.
Hey, King. So, talk to me about the QB in respect to, because obviously McNamara came back with the experience, but I think it was some cats low-key hoping that the young boy McCarthy was about to come out there and snag the spot. And I don't even know necessarily if he's second on the depth chart, but McNamara starting. I mean, did you want McCarthy, or it's hard to be like, I trust Harbaugh. So
right, yeah. Well, I mean, dude was a 5-star, but I mean, you can't like Bowie always be talking about. You can't go off the ratings. You got to go off the production. And I mean, he's unproven. I seen McNamara last year. What he was in that little stint he had, he was 5 touchdowns, 0 interceptions. So, I mean, like Bowie said, he didn't have enough time, but in that time span, it looked. It looked, you know what I'm saying, where he could get wins for us. And that's really all we want right now. We don't want, if he turns into a superstar, great. But right now, all I want is a quarterback that can manage the game, that can make the passes, and that can win us, you know what I'm saying, football games from like a standpoint where we're not relying on just blitz defenses and all types of other stuff to win games, where we can rely on our offense for once, you know what I'm saying, in a long time to win us some games, you know what I'm saying? So, optimistic. Optimistic is the word. Optimistic.
So, right. The thing that scares me with what you said, I'm gonna just keep it real with you, is you use the word manage. That does not mean baller. And do we got the talent around him to be like, you're just gonna go manage and we're gonna really make noise? That's the question. Yeah, one of y'all can answer. I say, hell no. We need a baller.
No, sir.
Yeah. I feel you on that. You know what I mean? Like, but right now you gotta take what we can get. Shit, you know what I'm saying? Hey, if he was balling, you know, hey, so fuck that world, man. Fuck the world we live in right now. But hey, that's what we got right now. Because last year we went what? He was 2-5, 2-4.
Didn't even play the last 3. We said chocolate.
Hey,
COVID.
Hey, dog, I'm going home.
We're gonna take a COVID timeout.
Yeah.
I'm about to go home, dog. You know what I'm saying?
That's the best thing about this season right now is we don't know nothing.
Hey, bro, Harbaugh, if he's a quarterback, if Harbaugh's a quarterback whisper, he in that mother like.
Facts, bro. Facts.
I mean, that's my only thing, man. I mean, even if you just think about all the teams that's for real, the usual suspects of the college football playoffs, like ain't none of them got game managers. You know what I mean? They got ballers. Like you think about just even the Kyler Murrays, the Trevor Lawrences, the Alabama quarter Tuas, the Jalen Hurts. Like they have ballers. You know what I'm saying? Even the the other team, like they had Justin Fields. Before that, they just had baller after baller out there, even if they ain't shit in the
If
league.
you're gonna be successful in college football, at the very, very least, you gotta have a baller quarterback. At the very least.
They don't call TV show ballers for nothing.
Where, bro? So that's what scares me into thinking. And we're gonna get into our predictions, expectations later. So I don't want to tip my cap to where I'm leading, but
JJ is second on the depth chart though. So
okay.
He might not, McNamara might not have that long of a leash, but again, I don't want my quarterback thinking like that. So, but at the same time, if he get off to a slow start, all of us gonna be like, bring in JJ, bring in JJ. You know what I'm saying? So, hey,
Right.
hopefully he gets off to that fast start, so we don't need to be clamoring about that shit.
Yeah, and it's easier. I mean, even if it was close, they made it sound like he won the job, like, I mean, pretty convincingly. But even if it was close, they always like to go with the older guy first, so it's harder
Right.
to flip flop the other way. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I don't know, but all right. So we gonna talk more about the offense, but I want to jump over to the defense, man. Other big news, obviously, uh, and Doctor Blitz is gone, once and for all. So I mean, he had his nice little run, but got this new guy, Mike McDonald from the Ravens, and I feel like uh, John Harbaugh was just like, all right, you on some bullshit. Let me throw you a little something. You know what I'm saying? Let me give you my man's here up and coming good coach, and that's how we ended up with him. He hooked his brother up essentially. But the one
I'm
thing
gonna
I
try
like,
to save your legacy, bro.
yeah, hey, that's my last two. That's my last name too, dog.
You
Fucking it
putting
up
out
right
the
now.
church's
Put some
money.
respect on my name.
Yeah, yeah. So I mean, this dude, they say he's a lot different than Don Brown, but I like the fact that at least he knows some like pro schemes. You know what I'm saying? Like some shit that'll be hopefully a little more complex. I feel like at the end of the day, when shit got tight, Don Brown was just like send them.
Send them.
You know what I mean? And that's
Leave them
cool.
boys on an island out there, and they were getting blown by.
Hey man, and Woodson had been gone for years, so it never
Can't do
quite worked
that.
out for us, especially against the teams with them fast receivers. We just couldn't. It was over with. So
Right.
um, this new guy, King McDonald. I mean, what you been hearing about him? What you done read about him? I mean, his defense. What we looking like out here?
I mean, he was Baltimore Ravens. He's been with that organization for I think it was 7 years. Started out, he's been in multiple positions there. Uh, I mean, the main thing is he's unproven at Michigan. So, I mean, the main thing I could take away from our new hire is it's great. We got a new look, and optimistic, but no, the new coaching stuff. You know what I'm saying? So, but I mean, he was in a great organization. Their defense was top of the
Always.
league, always. You know
Always
what I'm
top.
saying? So since Ray Lewis days, you know what I mean? So they always prided themselves on defense, the Ravens organization. So we gave up 434.3 yards per game last year. Like, if you can do better than that, bro, hey, if you can, keep the yards down under that, you know what I'm saying? You're doing a much better job than Don Brown. And like you said, he ran his course, man. We had some good years with him his first couple years there. Like, we had the top defense. We had a good team. That's when we had Jordan Lewis still was here, I believe.
Yeah,
And we had a good team, and I think we
dribbling.
lost to Ohio
Yeah.
State.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So just unproven, but optimistic. That's you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna end it with that.
Brother Bowie, what we looking like, dog? I mean, are we gonna be hot stir fry shit on D again, or what we looking like?
I'm looking at it scheme wise. Like the 3-4 gives us the ability to move a lot of different pieces, different places. Probably gives our athletes more ability to think instinctively instead of having to be in a spot or like one-on-one outside Dax Hill. I gotta be over there because I'm kind of helping, or I'm out of the play because I'm one-on-one on the inside receiver. It'll give you a lot more chances to run scheme defenses and then like those stunt blitzes. You don't have to just show blitz right off top. You can drop D linemen and send linebackers, since you'll have forward linebackers out there, which in theory should be faster than your down linemen. So they might be able to get to the quarterback more. And again, I think it's going to help Hutchinson with, you know what I'm saying? Because he's been touted as one of the best defensive players coming back. So we're gonna have to scheme him into, you know what I'm saying, position to make plays. Because he's gonna be getting game planned for every week, you know what I'm saying? So the more we can get him on one-on-one matchups and get him free, the more havoc he can wreak. And the more we get Dax Hill back there playing instinctive instead of like, I got to do this, I got to do that. I think it bodes better for our defense. So scheme-wise, I think he's going to bring something different, way different than what Don Brown did. Because like you said, what he was doing wasn't working. And I think offenses started to know when you put him in this position, he's going to start sending people and we're going to go past him. So they was just
easy money.
Yeah, they figured him out. So
Creatures of habit.
yeah, you got to get rid of him at that point. But he did some good things for us. We appreciate him. You know what I'm saying? But at some point, you got to do new things.
Swear. No, facts. Yeah, and the thing about it, they've said McDonald, like basically he's setting it up where we can run multiple, like, that Madden playbook, multiple D.
Right.
Like, we ain't just one thing. He's trying to make sure we can switch up if we need to, which that was a healthy sign when I heard that. But I mean, I think he is doing a lot of 3-4, like you said, but it ain't just gonna be, hey, this shit ain't working. Let's just keep rolling. You know what I mean? We got something else for y'all. You know what I mean? So
adapt to the situation.
Yeah, exactly.
I also want to mention too, like coming from Baltimore and like you said, King, they being one of the top defenses, you got to prove that you can play at that level. You know what I'm saying? This dude, he done seen, you know what I'm saying, what a top defense look like in the NFL. Right. If that's where you want to be, I can show you what it takes to get there. You know what I'm saying? Something Don Brown might not have experience in being able to get.
And also, I know who to look for to put in these positions to make us the best possible defense on the field. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah. And like y'all said, the thing I noticed that was crazy to me was I was like, oh yeah, he ain't out here playing because I think it's Mike Barrett. He been starting last year. He had a pretty decent year. Shit, he getting benched.
Supposed to be that dude this year.
Yeah. I think his name's Hill Green is his last name, a little hyphenated last name. So that just shows like, hey, just because you got a spot, even if you started last year, that don't mean nothing to me, dog. I'm new here. I'm coming to practice and I'm watching who balling out. Period.
Man down.
Yeah.
Mama, there goes that man.
King.
Shout out.
Oh, what was you about to say, King?
I was just saying I gotta eat. I gotta eat.
Yeah, facts. So
I can make money off my name now, dog. I ain't just gonna sit on this sideline waiting for my spot.
Hey, bro, that's a good ass point right there. That is a good point.
That
you go get this bread.
Up.
I can eat off my name now. Oh no.
You mean if they got me up at the student store, a little thing, I get paid off that? Oh yeah, dog. I'm gonna need that spot, bro.
Yeah,
I'm gonna need that spot, dog.
Swear. So, even though I mean that's bad news for Barrett, but I mean that's good news for your fans like us who seeing like, yo, this ain't no politics going on. As Harbaugh likes to say, this is a meritocracy.
Right.
The best player is gonna be out there, whatever. Yeah. So that's showing true right there. And I think shit, Mike Barrett got to be probably a junior or senior now for sure. So, hey,
he'll make a good NFL practice player. Shit, you still get paid. I need that spot right now, though.
I need that up off you, bro. So, and then to keep going on the defense, I mean, our DBs have not been stellar the last X amount of years, but what are we looking like at DB, man? I know we got Green out there still, Jamon Green, and then is Gray. Y'all got the depth chart pulled up. Is Vincent Gray starting?
Yep.
He with the ones.
We got DJ
Jackson Hill, DJ,
and Vincent Gray on the other.
Oh, so Green's getting benched. Where's Jamon Green?
I see.
Jamon Green, Darian Green Warren is the third corner.
I see DJ Turner and Jamon Green starting, and Brad Hawkins.
Yeah, I know.
This is a different. Yeah, he's been there a minute.
Projections from people, right? So
right.
I'm curious about that. I'm curious about them corner spots. It's basically Vincent Gray, Jamon Green, DJ Turner. I feel like them three is vying for 1 and 2 corners, and then somebody gonna have to potentially move in and out the slot. That dude, what's his name? Warren. I feel like he might be more of a slot guy, but
the fact that the projections are all up in the air is showing you that there ain't nobody really certain what we working with at corner.
And that's an
old boy right there. That's a dude that took Barrett's spot.
Who is that? What's his name?
Oh yeah, what's his full name?
Nakai Hill Green.
Nakai Hill Green. Yeah. So
Okay.
hey, I like
Baltimore, Maryland.
you from B-more.
Yep.
Yeah. Hey, the coach is from B-more. Maybe he has some love for him.
You've been
Maybe
looking at him.
Yeah.
Yeah. Going to high school games, chilling. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Who knows? But hey, I love it. I'm ready to see what this do. You know, we ain't seen much of these guys, so I'm ready to see what they're gonna do when they get the real. And I think at inside backer we got so Josh Ross is still.
Josh Ross. Yep.
So yeah, what we looking like at backer, man? Josh, I know Josh Ross is back for. Seemed like he's been there about 100 years.
Yeah. Yeah. He is here red shirt. He is senior now this year. Michael Berry, like you said.
Michael Barrett.
Junior Colson. That's some new names out here. He a junior.
David Ajabu.
Job, yeah, he's playing. That's the dude they saying supposed to be opposite of Hutchinson. He supposed to be. Again, you can read these camp articles all you want. I don't even like to get geeked up on them, but they saying Ojabu is about to be the shit opposite of Hutchinson.
Hey, let's do it. He
He's gotta eat.
Did he jump off the screen? Did he jump off the screen last year? I mean,
he had a couple little plays I remember, but they acting like he's about to be on some quitty pay type shit.
I gotta see it, and not against Western Michigan. You know what I'm saying? Like, we'll get into that and what they got, but I need to see this verse. You know who's.
We remember. We remember when we got hyped up when we whooped Minnesota's ass last year and how that turned out. Joe Milton starting quarterback at a different school.
Oh man, that either shows how bad they were or how good he might be. You know what I'm saying? There's two ways that streak could go.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. If you go down there and ball out, I'm gonna be like, wow, come on, Harbaugh. That's a shame. This is straight indictment on coaching. You and Gaddis. I need to see something from him too. We ain't mentioned him.
Big facts. So he's supposed to come over being that guy.
Yeah,
seen this. I seen a bunch of the same. And again, I'm trying to kind of give a pass for last year, but hey, it is what it is.
So cool. So let's go back to offense now. We done ran through the D a little bit. I mean, we didn't get to every position, but you know, we ain't gonna be on here for no 2 hours. We kind of got them highlighted position. Only thing we didn't talk about, which kind of sucked last year, was that interior of that D line. So I'm still waiting to see what we're gonna do there with those big boys on the inside. You know, Chris Hinton, Mozzie Smith, you know, Jeter, all them boys. So to be determined. And we got some big transfer too. I think was he from Oregon State? I forget, but we got some transfer who's supposed to be some big man in the middle. We'll see.
Jordan Whitley.
No, I don't think that's his name. I don't know. Hey, bro, I'm telling you, I stopped doing all the hype. I'm done with all the hype. I'll wait till we see games, and then I'll start giving y'all better. Yeah.
Be my own hype man.
Yeah, exactly.
The fact of the matter is even all this stuff is like everything we're looking up is like projections. Don't nobody know what's real on our squad because we ain't played. We got a lot of juniors and seniors. You know what I'm saying? We got a lot of upperclassmen, but we ain't really seen these dudes play.
We quit last season. Shit. I mean, we quit.
We quit.
Shit, niggas got COVID.
Everybody got COVID.
They said we got COVID for 3 weeks, dog. We know that after this last loss, we're gonna have COVID the next 3 weeks. Let's ride.
Yep.
Oh shit, that's hilarious.
So when thinking about the O down, obviously O line is gonna be crucial, but
it's my side of the ball.
When it comes to Gaddis, I mean, I still haven't just seen like the absolute speed and space this guy promised. Is it gonna be this year? Because it seemed like, man, he was kind of sketchy too, up and down. Like one game, he calling all type of fire stuff, and then he go back to the BS, you know. And I'm just like, how much of that's Harbaugh, how much of that's him? But let me ask y'all this question. I guess I'll start with you, Bowie. What do you expect from the offense? And then if we do go truly speed and space, what player are you looking for to be that dude? Like you about to be that dude this year on offense.
Oh, goodness, you hit me with a tough one. But speed and space, To me, I don't think it's going to look like your typical speed and space. Ronnie Bell is a good receiver, but he kind of got the dropsies, and he's kind of our number one. So I think of speed and space is they gonna use the run because like I said earlier, we bought Mike Hart in, who was an excellent back at the University of Michigan. I think we're gonna establish the run, but then once defenses start moving up, that's when he's gonna try to like implement the speed and space. Because I mean, our receivers, they're young, besides Ronnie, but they do have speed. I'm looking for this dude Eric All. I just looked at his, his prototypical build and his athleticism. He's like a Gronkowski, but like not so rumbly, tumbly, and goofy. You know what I'm saying? So I'm expecting him to have.
But you ain't gonna give him the dropsy title.
I mean, I give that inexperience though. Like he ain't been on the field, so
that man couldn't catch a cold last year.
All right, and then train. So all right, so then my whole prediction is chalk. If we got two of our,
don't get on Ronnie. Don't get on Ronnie. Hold up. King, he got on Ronnie Bell for the drop. Don't get me wrong. And that Penn State drop is still sitting in his heart, I see.
But Ronnie Bell was on the field for way more plays than all.
Bro, King used to hold Eric all left and right. Like, man, all ain't nothing. But anyway.
Learn from his mistakes, man. He learned from his mistakes.
Just mad.
And Ronnie probably has too. You know what I'm saying? Because now Ronnie is like, I believe the official number one. You know what I'm saying? And he a cooker. So he remind me of Deshaun Jackson. So with him, he's gonna be the speed and space. They're gonna be looking to move him around and get him open. Hopefully we use the middle of the field off of the play action because we got the run established, and then all will be open, you know what I'm saying, in that little middle area. And then other receivers will fall into their role. Hopefully we got a kid, he's a freshman. He's wearing number 1. So I hope we just ain't giving that number out anymore, and we're trying to bring the tradition back.
Hold on, who we passed that one to?
Andrell Anthony.
Oh,
he's a hometown kid, so I'm kind of hoping, you know what I'm saying, he's successful. He played at East Lansing. So you know what I'm saying, hopefully, you know what I'm saying, he is another 6'2". He's 6'2". He 185, but you know what I'm saying, you don't got to be real heavy at the wide receiver position anymore, because it's less physical. So you know what I'm saying, hopefully, you know what I'm saying, he can come into that number 1 role, and hopefully they got him on return too, because they gave him that number 1, so he get a couple reps there, build up his confidence.
How you just come in and get the 1 like that though?
That's what I'm saying. Hopefully we bringing that tradition back, and he that guy.
The tradition was you had to earn it though.
I'm gonna talk about that on my guy too. So we're gonna talk about that a little bit more.
And the number 1 is being split.
Yeah, hey,
my bad, dog. My bad. Go ahead. I digress.
Hold on, y'all gotta keep talking to me. See, I missed some of this breaking.
So, I mean, all right, so we just break it out now. So I mean, this was gonna be my defensive breakout player, but I'll just throw it out there. His name is Jaden McBurrows. He got number 1 on defense. He's a defensive back. And he from St. Thomas Aquinas down here in Fort Lauderdale. So he come from some pedigree, you know what I'm saying? And you know, them Florida dudes, they don't mess around. So we're gonna see. But that was the reason I made him my breakout player, because he had number 1. That was the only reason I did it. You know what I'm saying? I'm like,
I know they're better giving it to anybody.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I hope they're not, and I hope these guys are the one, but you ain't even starting. So
that's got to go to a like Train said, somebody that's earned it, dog. And I don't think you can earn that number in practice.
Facts. I don't care.
You got to hold that off for the mid-season.
Yeah, I don't care what you did in the spring game, bro. As an early enrollee.
Don't matter.
Unc said it.
I want number 1.
Dion got a clip out. He's like, oh no, I give out the number 1.
Yeah.
I give out that number 1 and the 21. He was talking to his son. He was like, oh, you think you just getting that 21? He's like, I get that number out.
He's like, you don't like it? We can go to the office right now. Get you out of here. Sign you out. Get you going.
He said, oh no, number 1 got to be that dude. And you ain't just that dude. You know he's that dude, that game breaker.
King, so Bowie said his expectations for speed and space ain't that high. Well, I guess you could just tell me offensively if let's just hypothetically talk as if Gaddis is going to do what he's promised us 3 years ago.
Right.
But if we do actually do some speed and space stuff, who you think? Who you looking at, bro? Who about
If we do,
game breaker?
yeah. So
He picked Eric All, I think.
I'm putting my money on all.
not at all.
Dang.
No. Hey, like I said, I'm optimistic. That was just a little pun, but optimism. But no. So if that speed and space is working, I feel like Cornelius Johnson will benefit off a lot of big plays like down the field because he had some bright spots last season. Like I said, it was a short season. But he has some bright spots and he hasn't touched the field a lot. So I'm looking, he has a good build. I believe he's
got some little size on him.
Yeah. Also, I see 6'3", 211. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like if Sanders still, Ronnie Bell working the in routes, run, play action, something, boom, over the top, he go get it because he's proven he can catch the ball in the end zone. You know what I'm saying? So that was my breakout guy on offense, Cornelius Johnson.
Man, I think I'm gonna pick. I'm kind of stuck between two players, honestly. And when I think speed and space, I just think of fast ass dudes. So I think one because y'all pick slower dudes. Somehow y'all picking slow guys to exceed in speed and space.
I was thinking more so he would benefit from.
It ain't been speed and space. I gotta see it.
All right, so one, if I can pick two, the first one I'm gonna pick is Corum, the back, right? So I think Corum, some screen passes, some flare routes, he got the ability to get up out of there. And then two, I think Roman Wilson, the cat from Hawaii, I think it's his second year.
Oh yeah.
They claim he the fastest cat on the team. So hey, speed and space should mean get him in a spot where he can hit a seam and be out of there. So
he ain't starting.
Nah, but he gonna be. They said all the receivers, they do last year. They was all just
right rotating. And if we doing speed and space, you gonna get tired because you're running. So they just gonna be rotating in and out.
Yeah. So we're all going off the basis if we do speed and space, but most likely it's gonna be 3, 2, 1.
Get her done.
Right up the gut.
Go there, right there.
3rd and 10. We gonna hit those guys. 3rd and 12. We gonna hit it off.
So all right, let's run the D real quick. We're gonna get out of here in a minute, but breakout player, defense. Not like I said, it doesn't even have to be a player who's under the radar, but just like even if it's a star, like who you think is this dude needs to play well. Bowie.
I'ma go with Dax Hill. He's been being pubbed. I like Hutchinson. It's a toss-up between them two. We're gonna need them two to do their thing, but I'm gonna go Dax gonna have a breakout year. He's hungry. I've just been watching his workouts and stuff. I follow him on Instagram and Twitter. He's been putting in work. And then I just feel like this new defensive scheme is gonna bode well for him. I'm gonna give it to Dax.
All right, fair enough. King.
Yeah. I hate to piggyback, but I feel like Daxton Hill would be like needs to have a season like we want him to have because he's had bright spots, but like I say, he's been in some systems that probably didn't highlight his skill set the most. So with these different multiple looks we're getting with this defense, this new defensive coordinator that's coming from a pro level, coming down to a college level, teaching young kids more stuff, you know what I'm saying? Hopefully that, manifests onto the field. So I'm going to say Daxton Hill too.
All right, we got 2 Daxes. So I'm going to say, now this is a player who, I don't roast me after I say it. You know
Prepare for it.
Yeah, prepare for it. And I just feel like last year he didn't have a good season. I just feel like he just got like the short end of the stick a bunch. You know what I'm saying? Like, nah, you wasn't really that bad. Anyway, I picked Jamon Green. I think that last year, even at corner, I swear, it just could be me thinking wrongly, but he got a lot of passes caught on him that were like, yo, you in position like every time, bro. Like every time you guarding somebody, they decide to make highlight catches. And it's like, so you thinking in your head, man, he gave up another one. But it's like, that was actually solid D. Like, I felt like he kind of got shitted on behind that when he actually was like a better player than maybe what his stats said. So I'm going to say, and because we haven't had good corners in a long time, that he's going to be an important player. And we don't even know if he's starting. So we'll see. If he ain't starting, I guess he been getting his ass cooked at practice or whatever. We keep him on the sideline. But I feel like he's going to be a starter. I really do. If anything, Vincent Gray need to go sit down somewhere because he was actually cooked.
Hold on.
You know
I
what I'm
might have
saying?
been reading this wrong. A-Train, he is a starter. I was reading it wrong earlier. Jamon Green is on one side and DJ Turner is on the other side.
Okay. So, yeah.
For
So
the
Vincent Gray.
projections.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that, is what I'm saying. But our corners got to have good years, dog, period. And I feel like he could be one to have a turnaround, see like a breakout player that was like, damn, he got a lot better this year. And I don't even know if he's going to be a lot better. I just feel like like I said, he got short end of the stick a little bit last year.
You inadvertently described one of our best homies.
We're going to go off the record with that.
My dog. You my dog.
All right, so last thing, man. Let's get up out of here. So prediction time. I mean,
I'm gonna just do my little breakdown on these boys because I did the research. So Caleb Ellerby, they returning QB from Western. He's the most what does it say? He's the most efficient quarterback returning in the country. Only two quarterbacks that had a better efficiency rate is either him was Zach Wilson out of BYU. He went number 2. And who was Matt Jones? He went number 15 in the first round this year in the draft. So he's the third most efficient quarterback coming back from last year, but that's about all they got. 2 of their top 3 weapons that he was throwing to last year are back. Their defense is horrible. They average 41 points. Whack.
The Mac.
Mac. My bad.
Whack works too.
You think that plays into that or no? To his QB rating?
I mean, they just a running gun. They're a running gun team. They averaged 41 points, but gave up like 42? 38. You know what I'm saying? Like they ended the season 4-2 again. That I'm discount that season, but Appalachian State is just ringing in my mind. If we play down to the level of our competition, of course, you know what I'm saying, anything can happen. But if we play like Michigan football like we supposed to, I'll say 28-14.
2 spikes. That's it.
Them. They have 14. We got 28. I'll go 35-14.
I know, we know that.
I know what you're saying. I'm just saying that's a little tighter than a game that I'd like to see against West. But
I'm saying, what are
your prediction, man?
I don't know what to expect.
That's your prediction.
All right, 35-14. I'm sticking to that.
It's 28. Don't let us talk you out of your own shit.
Yeah, it's gonna be probably it's gonna end up right in the middle. So all right, I'm cool with that.
What did he say? He said 28-14?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, like I said, optimism, man. Optimism. I'm going with a drubbing. I want to go with a drubbing. I want to say we put up in between 35 and 42 points. And I want to say our defense is going to hold them to 14.
All right.
I go with Brand's Bowie score. So I say 40. I say 35-14.
35-14. All right. I'm going to run with, I'll go, especially since you said their defense is sorry. I ain't going to lie. I didn't do no research on Western because I'm like, if we lose to them, I'll let y'all know now. We lose to Western. Thank y'all for watching the first episode. I won't
First
be back.
and last.
Yeah, I won't be back. So I'll say 45-17. They got a little bit of offense, it sound like. But they shouldn't be nowhere near being able to stop us. So 40.
Especially if this new defensive coordinator. That's what That's the only thing I'm going off of is they shouldn't score a lot of points. I don't know about our offense because we haven't been stellar as of late. So that's why I said 28, keeping it realistic, but at the same time, giving us the edge.
Yeah. All right. So lastly, let's go on the whole season now, record wise. I mean, what you got? You got a 10-2, 9-3, 8-4, 6-6.
Go ahead, King.
King.
I say we get 10 wins. Anything less is uncivilized.
I'm gonna give you the Jay-Z meme.
What's that little monkey puppet?
You said 10-2. I'll go
Exactly.
9-3.
Bro, I'm just gonna go the opposite way because I've always been the 10-2 guy. I'd say I'm just gonna say 8-4, bro.
We literally just went down.
Optimism, man. Embrace that.
Realistic optimism is what I just gave you.
Look, I pray I'm wrong. I'm just thinking about the teams that.
Me too.
Wisconsin, somehow Penn State, other team down south, like, and then we known for Trick Daddy and off one other game somehow.
Trick Daddy dollars.
That Jay-Z meme is all I got for you.
Yeah, so yeah, man. Look, we're gonna be typing back in with y'all every week on YouTube.
We on video now.
Make
We're
sure
live and direct.
Make sure when you see this, you subscribe to the channel. You
Please
share it with a couple Michigan friends, because as always, we ain't got no sponsorships, so we can say whatever the hell we want.
The fuck we won't.
Wrong.
My bad.
We don't care. Look, if somebody want to come on here, look, we welcome you to come on. If you disagree with what some we say, or you just fool with us and want to come on and rock with us on the podcast, you know.
Be ready for the pushback, though. You better have your points in order, dog.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. One last point. Our old engineer DJ Rec, he got fired. And we got a new engineer. His name is Killer Kale.
Hey.
So, Kale, if you're listening, you know you better keep it together, brother.
We ain't above firing.
Hey, look, you know what I'm saying? We paying for a service here. So, yeah. So, anyways, Killer Kale, we need you to drop that beat, take us out of here, and we'll see y'all next week after we go 1-0.
Hey.
Go blue, baby. Go blue.